Join me as I share my top 5 alternative therapies that actually help my chronic pain.
On the road to healing 1 mile at a time.
Traditional therapies can definitely aid in pain management, such as medications, physical therapy. I've tried all those. I'm on medications, I'm on injections, I'm on different pain management strategies, pharmacologically or through modern medicine. So I will go over those in a different video. My treatment plan, but these are alternatives that I use, and some might seem strange, which that's okay. What works for me may not work for you, and everybody's different. So don't get freaked out if you see one of mine and you go, oh, that's weird, I'm not going to do that. Well, then don't. It's simple as that. Do what helps you. I'm doing what I can, and I'm going to do everything that I can. I'm just going to be real. They're not going to help everybody. Okay. And I recorded this video in 2 different days because I left stuff off, like I said, without my notes and such. So this time I have notes and I'm sharing them. So if you see some, I'm dressed different, look different, it's because I am editing 2 videos together. As you can see in this video, I'm doing better, and I'm doing better due to these therapies because I've implemented them daily. And also, I think they put some steroid in one of my nerve block injections that I think did reduce the swelling around the nerve. So that ended up helping, eventually kicking in and helping. But these 5 therapies I think are really, really helping. Number 1 therapy I use a lot, and I did record it in the other video the other day as well. So you might see 2 different shots of this, but is heat. Heat is a lifesaver to me, okay? This is a heating pad that goes over the neck and shoulders. This one is a plug-in one, so it's not great for van life, where you have unlimited power, I should say. It's good. I do have other ones that run off of alternative batteries or USB. I have a USB neck wrap. Maybe I'll put a picture of it or video of it here. But the USB neck wrap I use when I'm in the van. This I use when I'm at the home base, which is now. So, but this one's bigger, wider, hotter because it's not USB. But the other one works well when I'm driving and such. So I do have 2, and I love heat. Obviously, heat increases the temperature of the skin and muscle. Heat also helps reduce pain because it increases blood flow to the area, and it increases elasticity and makes, things more pliable. So therefore, heat really helps, but it especially helps, and I read in multiple places, especially with the neck, upper body, shoulders, back area. So that's exactly what I found. Where I put my heating pad is very, very, very helpful. I also use heat in a bathtub. Gosh, stop. I'm sorry, the camera keeps focusing in and out. So I'm obviously doing something, or the lighting's changing. I also use heat in a bathtub. I used to have a hot tub. That was amazing. But the bathtub is amazing. You can also put in some bath salts, especially the magnesium sulfate bath salts are really good for sore muscles as well. So if you can do that, it's really helpful. So heat, shower in a steamy hot shower, in a bathtub if you have one, or in a sauna or hot tub. Those all really help. Some people say cold helps, and it makes sense because it constricts things, so it will reduce inflammation. So some people, ice helps, like especially for headaches to the back of the head and stuff. So if ice helps you, then more power to you. For me, ice causes my nerve issues to go crazy. My body does not like extreme cold or ice. So ice is out for me. I mean, I went to a cold plunge, and that caused electricity throughout my whole body that was severely, severely painful. So I do not do the ice thing. Number 2 is natural supplements. Now, I use a lot of natural supplements, but there's some that have real scientific evidence behind them, and those I use mostly throughout the day, especially now, or when the pain is real severe. But my favorite is CBD oil. Okay, CBD oil is from the cannabis plant, and people report using it for pain relief, anxiety, depression. What else? Sleep disorders is a big one. All kinds of things, okay? It helps throughout the body. It helps neurological conditions such as Parkinson's, epilepsy. There is so much that CBD oil can help. The CBD part is the pain, mainly helps pain, but all of it is part of the endocannabinoid system, which our human bodies have. So it will bind to those receptors, the CBD oil. You can get them with pretty much no THC, like less than 0.3% or something like that, like really, really, really low, less than 1% THC. So CBD oil is really good for sleep, like I said, anxiety, depression, sleep disorders, chronic pain, all kinds of stuff. I use a special one, which I'm showing from the other video in case I didn't talk a lot about it. And it has 3 different types of cannabinoids in it. And it especially was made for like Parkinson's or people with spasm or movement disorder type neurological conditions. So that's why I chose this particular blend. It also does not give you the munchies, so I didn't want anything like that. And I want something to also help with pain and chronic pain and sleep and stuff like that. So this was a good blend for me. I'm in California, so this particular blend is sold under medical marijuana, but you can get a CBD oil that without any THC all across the 50 states. So you need to research because they're all different and they're different blends from different plants. So one plant, one blend may not work for you, but you just need to research, okay? Don't just try one and say it doesn't work, because that's not how it works. You need to try multiple different types if you can, or different brands or different, where they grow the plants, all of it. I know Colorado has some good products. I think Charlotte's Web sells really good CBD oil that you can get nationwide. And if you get a high CBD oil with a lower THC level or no THC level, it will not get you high. It won't. It'll just make you feel relaxed, but it will not get you high. Like, I never once been high off of any of the tinctures, ever. Anyway, just so you know, because I wouldn't be taking it. I don't want to get high. I do not like the high feeling. I like to have all my faculties. So I would not be recommending something that made you high in the least bit. So just know that. Topical rubs. I have several topical rubs I like. One of them is prescription, but there's lots of over-the-counter ones that, I showed the one here in this video that I also like, but that's a natural one. You can get arnica creams, which are natural. You can get the menthol type creams. You can get stuck on patches, to go to the area that's hurts. You can try all those different things. There's many to try. So some topical rubs that heat things up or numb the area or reduce inflammation, they all can work well. You just need to do trial and error with that as well. Okay, let's see. Oh, and here's the other ones I use. Sorry, these are some of my supplements. Because I have dystonia, which is a movement disorder, and I also don't sleep well, and sometimes I have insomnia, and I have sleep apnea and stuff. Magnesium is a must, and vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D and magnesium both help with pain control, as well as different things, nervous system, metabolism, all kinds of different things. Let's see what else. It's an essential role in nerve transmission, and strong data suggests that if you're low in magnesium, it can increase your migraines and depression and such. So magnesium is known to help with headaches, and since I get migraines and I have the dystonia, this is a must. This is a good brand. It's Umzu. This is called Daily Magnesium, and it has 3 different types of magnesium in it. So don't get the cheap Amazon. You got to get a good magnesium for it to be absorbed and everything. And then turmeric. Turmeric, most people know, it helps with pain and inflammation. And sorry, why is it doing that? It keeps wanting to focus. I got to check the settings on this thing. Sorry. Anyway, this one's called turmeric black because it's, I don't know, it's a special turmeric. Anyway, just get a good turmeric. A lot of them have ginger in them as well, but they're very big anti-inflammatory, and so is chamomile. So at bedtime, this one's called Sleepy Time, but it's mainly chamomile, but it also has spearmint, lemongrass, blackberry leaves, rosebuds. Anyway, I love Sleepy Time. Chamomile's also a natural anti-inflammatory, and it helps sleep. So you want to make sure your vitamin D is good. Turmeric and chamomile has been shown to reduce inflammation and positively impact depression as well. And I always drink a cup of Sleepy Time before bed. It does help. And so I take other supplements. These are not it, but these are my main ones that do help with chronic pain, that are actually been studied and known to help with chronic pain. So that's why I'm covering them. And this, I do take other supplements for my body that are not, just for chronic pain, but these are some that I know help. Make sure, as we known with the pandemic before, that you do get enough vitamin D. So that brings me into number 3. If you're suffering from chronic pain, you need to get outside and not just lay in bed, okay? The vitamin D from the sun is different than a vitamin D you can ingest, okay? Your body needs the vitamin E, the fresh air. Just being outdoors is a mood enhancer, okay? Also, if you can get to a park or something like that where there's people around you, that helps. Just with kind of like socialization, being around people, being in fresh air, being in sunshine. I know it's snowing in a lot of places, but even snow, you can get outside and just have a cup of hot cocoa and enjoy the weather, enjoy the scenery. All of it will help you because it distracts also. Okay, if you're seeing beautiful sights or nature, it will distract you from chronic pain. I'm going to read some stuff to you, okay? God, this camera, I'm sorry, it's focusing in and out. I think it's the lighting. Anyway, 3 factors play potential roles in nature-related pain relief. Sunlight exposure is often linked to body's vitamin D production. Studies have shown that vitamin D could lower pain intensity for patients affected with chronic widespread pain, so like fibromyalgia patients. I also have that. Nature exposure is often associated with physical exercise, and based on studies, activity helps because you won't get all bound up or stuck. Like, you need to move your muscles, okay? Exercise is huge in relieving pain. It's kind of counterintuitive. You think, ow, I'm in pain, I don't want to move. Well, you need to make yourself move. The more you move, the better it is actually for you. I'm not talking about being strenuous, but walking, moving, getting out, exercising your muscles. You need to do that, okay? And like you guys know, I do exercise even in my van, okay? And if you haven't seen, I have a video coming out of me actually how I exercise in my van. But I also stretch outside when I'm camping. I also do a lot of gardening, as you guys know. Putting your hands in soil, just gardening, even if you just do a couple of containers with some veggies and stuff. Gardening is huge for mood, and also chronic pain is it gets you moving. There's been studies with showing, like, whether you walk on grass or walk barefoot or touch soil, it's very, very good for you, okay? It's called grounding. Look it up. It's important. Let me look down. Yeah, it says exercise, physical activity has been shown to reduce neck pain and lower back. Exercise also helps to decrease inflammation and stress, facilitates better sleep, and leads to improved mental health. Nature exposure can provide numerous social benefits, as well as people frequently enjoy outdoor spaces and social engagement. Enhanced social attributes are linked to lower inflammation levels along with better sleep and improved mental health. So together, all these factors, make a positive impact on somebody and their chronic pain, okay? So getting outside is huge. I go outside and have my cup of coffee or tea first thing. I'm looking around, I'm enjoying nature, I'm getting that sun exposure first thing in the morning. throughout the day. If I can get out there, I do. That's why I'm in the van or do van life, because as you guys have known through my entire channel, outdoor activity has been huge in helping me with all my issues. So get outside. That's all I can say. Number 4 is massage therapy. Although I haven't been able to get a massage lately, I have a good friend who's a massage therapist, and she used to come to the house. And why massage helps somebody like me, it won't help everybody, but it helps me because it's pushing on the muscles and releasing the tension and the spasms. Because when you have cervical dystonia, you have uncontrolled spasms, and they're like balls of muscles are like balls, like ringing. What I can describe cervical dystonia as like is your muscles are contracting involuntarily, and it's like ringing of a wet towel. My muscles do this, and sometimes you don't see it, and they're just tight like this, and they don't release. So when I've had my head stuck to my shoulder when I first started this, it's because the muscles did this and will not release. So they're involuntarily coming from my brain, contracting to do this. You know, most muscles, like when you stretch and do this, you know, there's opposing movements. So your brain is controlling that, okay? So if you get stuck and you can't release no matter what, that's why physical therapy didn't work for me. And it was causing too much pain. My headaches increased. It was just too much. Massage does help, but limited, because it's not going to just release those muscles forever. But, you know, trying to work on them and manipulate them a little bit and the relaxing, you know, music and mood and, you know, all of it together has helped. Let me read a little bit about massage for you. Therapeutic massage may relieve pain by way of several mechanisms, including relaxing painful muscles, which it does for me, tendons and joints, relieving stress and anxiety, and possibly helping to close the pain gate by stimulating competing nerve fibers and impeding pain messages to and from the brain. So it does all that. And I'm not going to cover acupuncture because I've never done it, but I also know that acupuncture helps some people. But I have not done it and can't afford it, so I'm not covering that. Okay, number 5, last and not least, are my therapy dog, which is Desert Sage. You guys know her, my beagle, who I'm calling her a therapy dog because she's been in training to help. She is not a service dog like Gunner. She's not a service dog, although I could have trained her or gotten her trained as a service dog. But service dogs are trained for specific medical conditions. Like Gunner was trained in physical assistance to Derek, but also would come and get me, like when Derek fell out of the chair. So he's kind of like you would think of a Lassie or something. He multiple times came and got me and let me know that there's something wrong with Derek so I could go and help. So that's a service dog. Well, therapy dog is to help people's emotions, not just emotions, just overall well-being. And so they love to be petted. They want multiple people to pet them. They're super friendly, and they're designed for people to get therapeutic benefits from. Okay, research shows that animal companionship can provide healing in the forms of pain relief, improved mood, stress reduction. Therapy dogs can reduce pain by decreasing your heart rate, blood pressure, and breathing rate. So it just relaxes the whole body. Also, they can reduce your stress hormones like epinephrine, norepinephrine, and cortisol, and boost your endorphins. Okay, endorphins are your body's natural painkillers. So the more you can increase endorphins, the more you'll have less pain. So that is huge. So what I've done before is bring Desert Sage to the VA hospital and let veterans pet her and love on her, and she'd visit Derek and everybody. Quit focusing like that, camera. And everybody loves her, and she loves being petted and gets up on their hospital beds and lets them pet her and loves on them. Where I bring her, I let people pet her. And Anyway, she's been a lifesaver for not just me. The therapeutic benefits I get from her and her being my travel companion is huge. So she's my daily love bug. That's what I call her, because she's the most loving little thing you've ever seen. She even sleeps right behind me at the curve of my knees, and she's with me pretty much 24/7. So pet companionship, as you all know that have pets, you know that pets provide a huge amount of benefit in your life. So that's what she does for me. And I have what somebody sent me, which I absolutely adore, is, let me grab her. And I really appreciate the person that sent this to me. I really, really, really love this. And it's going to seem weird, okay? Derek thinks it's weird. I don't. I love it to death because it helps my muscles. It's weighted and it gives pressure. So think of a weighted blanket. There are plenty of people that benefit from weighted blankets, okay? This has been one of my best gifts I've ever gotten. She is a gift, and she's hand painted, and she's beautiful. Look at her. Anyway, she is a therapy doll, and she's called a cuddle baby, and she doesn't have like hands and feet. It's all weighted like a sandbag almost, and she weighs a little over 5 pounds, and she's just snuggly and just curls up, and her feet the same way. You can feel the beads inside there. She's not filled with sand, but think of a sand bag or something. But look at how she curls up and how snuggly she is. Okay, and she smells like a baby too. She's scented. And anyway, this has been extremely helpful, and I'll tell you why. Because at first I thought, how would that work? This is weird, right? Well, it's not when you feel how she is, okay? And anyway, because I have dystonia and this muscle, this side, it's called lateral collis. My head tilts to the side, and these are the muscles that are mostly contracted. As you can see, I have the dystonia here, and I'm trying to get those muscles to relax. And sometimes it's competing, like my brain's telling them not to relax. And so by holding something in this shoulder, I can make it more even, okay? Because it's pulling down, it's weighting, so it's pulling down on my shoulder. So this has been like a big, huge blessing in disguise. And I'm like, wow. Anyway, look, I mean, can you believe this? Look at the artistry in this baby. She is hand painted, and she is weighted. And anyway, yes, you can just have a sandbag if you want to carry around a sandbag, but I like this because she's beautiful. Look at her hair. Anyway, what a gift. This is amazing. She came in the mail, and she's, it's an anonymous person that thought I needed one and knew better than I did, because sometimes God sends things to you in mysterious ways, and you don't know and you realize, man, this has been so helpful. But let me list to you what therapy dolls do as far as, just like therapy dogs, therapy dolls have medical benefits as well. So I had to research this. And so I did. I started researching because she's helped me a lot. And it sounds weird and it may look weird, but I don't care because she's been so helpful to me. See, I'm trying to sit straight, but holding her is helping because it's pulling those muscles down. Anyway, like when you exercise and you hold a weight on one side, it's really helpful. I'm sorry, trying to not say, Okay, this specific doll is called a cuddle baby because she does not have hands and feet. She's just all cuddle, soft material, and there's beads inside of here. They're glass beads, and they're weighted, okay? And you can see she cuddles up, so she's called a cuddle baby. And like I said, she's weighted around 5 pounds. Oh, and just like weighted blankets help people with chronic conditions by providing pressure stimulation, I have a weighted blanket. I forgot to show you guys, but I do have a weighted blanket. It's 15 pounds, and you can put it on your whole body to provide pressure, and it helps bring down stress levels as well and provide some deep pressure. So just like a weighted blanket, these can be the same thing. Like if she lays on your chest, it's 5 pounds of pressure on you. So if you're laying back like this, it puts the same pressure, okay? And you can get different weights in these dolls, okay? And also, they help with memory. You know, a lot of people with dementia use doll therapy. I never realized it was a thing for chronic pain until I did some research. It's a thing for anxiety. Cuddle babies are shown, or any doll, but especially these weighted dolls. This can be called a reborn because it looks lifelike. And this cuddle baby can work wonders in easing pain, calming the nervous system, and it also can unlock beautiful memories and prevent loneliness, grief, or dementia because of the maternal instinct if you've had kids and such. And also, it's obviously a doll, but does help with mood, and especially the scent. You can put a scent, and anyway, she smells just like a real baby. She smells like baby powder. So anyway, what may seem like a weird thing, or I don't care. I'll try anything that will help with pain. Anyway, this has been wonderful. She's a great gift. And she rides around in the van with me, along with my therapy dog. But there's just something about her. She's so snuggly, and just the pressure and weight of her ends up being such a good blessing for me. And, you know, it helps improve mood. And look, you can just squish her and hug. And I just love her to death. And does help with these muscles. So thank you for my blessing, whoever you are. You're amazing. So at 52, I have a baby now, and a snuggly little thing. And yes, she has different outfits I can put her in. She did come with multiple outfits. And in conclusion, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to help with your chronic pain. I hope these 5 things that I shared with you, alternative therapies, will help you as well. Some of them you may think are odd, like this, and you don't have to do this. But if you do, because I've done a lot of research since getting her, you can go to reborns.com and look for your own therapy doll, and you would have to go under the category cuddle babies, okay? So I hope these ideas can help you. I mean, if you don't want a therapy doll, you can get a dog or a pet to help you. They don't have to be a trained therapy dog. They can just be a pet, and they will help you as well. Whether it's heat, a baby like this, supplements, massage, whatever. These things focus on the whole person, okay? So I'm trying to focus on the whole person and what will help you improve your pain levels and mood. Exploring these pain options, chronic pain patients can take control of their life and help relieve their pain, because there's nothing worse than just being in chronic pain. Thanks for watching. If you struggled with chronic pain, leave down below what things have helped you. Leave in the comments section what things have helped you that maybe I didn't list that I could also look into for the really bad days. I would really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much. And we'll see you next video. Bye.
On the road to healing, 1 mile at a time, with desert sage and hope by my side. With pain and strength part of our day, we love helping others along the way.